Welcome back to the Crew Project, everyone. I'm here with Ant and Kevin the 2 Cent, and as always, we've got a great episode for you guys. Ant.
Well, we've got a new addition potentially to the block party list.
Yeah. Before we get to that, quick reminder for all our viewers. If you enjoy the content that we share, please subscribe to the channel for more content. Like this, go over to our Spotify channel and follow us on Spotify for a great commute. Listen, if you, for whatever reason, can't watch the video on our YouTube channel. And with that little bit out of the way, let's dive into this, Ant.
Alrighty. So for those who don't know what the block party is about, it's not an actual block party. It's a ongoing movement, you could say, to block major corporations, big name celebrities, people who are making a substantial amount of money that are not helping with the atrocities going on over in Gaza, Palestine, Middle East, Congo,
so
many places around the world.
So like influencers, public figures.
Yeah, people who have more than enough money to be able to help, that are not raising a voice or helping in any way that they really could. And it got spiked from the Met Gala recently, which as we made a quick little segment of that. The Met Gala cost $75,000 on entry. And there were people there who were taking, what was it, an ice purse that was like $23,000. It was a piece of, it was
a block of ice.
And it was going to melt, and then that was it. It was just done.
And it was $23,000?
$23,000 that was going to melt.
Bro,
my car's not even worth $23,000. And if that thing melted today, I'd be in a problem. I can't have that melt.
The block of ice that people took who was it?
I don't know. No idea.
A block of ice was worth $23,000.
Well, after I saw a block of ice, $23,000, that was it. I was like, I don't need to know who it is. That's you've got way too much money than you know what to do with.
You know the people after figuring that out.
Oh my God.
Like, you don't need to know who, you just know the type of people.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Not in my same genre. But I was unpleasantly finding myself on TikTok. The next figure that is being put on the chopping list, as you say, is Pearlmania500. We've talked about Pearlmania on a couple of episodes we've done, and I really enjoy his content and a lot of things he's done. And again, we are not saying one way or the other whether he is to be blocked or not. A lot of people are jumping on the bandwagon immediately and already blocking him, along with another TikTok influencer called Under the Desk News. It was spiked because of a meeting he had. He was invited to the White House. Recently, I want to say it was about a year or 2 years ago. He was invited out to have like a meeting with, Biden's administration. So after that recently came out is another TikToker, Blue Gremlin, who kind of he likes to ask questions. He's more of a question-based journalism.
Pearlmania500. Is this guy, he's a big TikToker, right?
Yeah, 2.7 million followers currently. Yeah, we can pull up his page real quick.
Pull up his page really quick. I just want for our viewers so we know who he is and what he's about really quick.
So Pearlmania, as you can see here, quite large, 2.7 million. He was normally deemed, he's a comedian. He's very, very well known in politics. He's got many different avenues. He's like Pearlmania on like a bunch of different apps and stuff like that.
I guess he does like a very aggressive sort of investigative type of journalism as well.
So the aggressive part is like his stick. Right. So like he gets very, very aggressive sounding. Like like I'm pretty sure he yells and stuff, but he's not like an aggressive person, I guess.
Right.
I don't know him personally, but that's like his whole stick. Is
Just
he like
super passionate.
progressively gets real more angry as the conversation goes on, as he's explaining something. He had a really funny one about Mexican pizza, about Taco Bell, how they can't, after a certain time frame, you're not allowed to eat inside because they don't have enough staff members. So now he's got to eat Mexican pizza in his car, and now his car smells like Mexican pizza. By the time he got to saying that part, he was completely red flushed. It's funny. I loved it. I loved watching it. But a lot of people deemed him as a neutral or an unbiased news. So he would go after everybody in politics. You know, he was at Congress, did something stupid, he covers it. And he would dig and he would find things. And then recently he was making fun of RFK for having a surgery that had to have worms removed from his brain.
Right.
And that was where the other TikToker, Blue Gremlin, came in and was like, well, hold on. You normally don't go after a third party candidate. You just normally go after everybody. And then the pictures come out of him at the White House, pictures of him with Under the Desk News. Under the Desk News has also been, has direct pictures with Biden. And also, who was the head of intelligence for the news outlet for like pretty much the individual who, I forget his name.
Head of intelligence news outlet for
The U.S. Yeah. Kirby?
John Kirby.
John Kirby.
He's not actually. He's just a White House spokesperson. White House spokesperson.
I think it might be who it is.
John Kirby.
Can you look up a picture of John Kirby real quick? I'm sorry. I just want to make sure that's who I'm talking. So people are, again, I don't know if this is a stretch or not. People are putting together because the two of them have pictures together as well. So we have Under the Desk News, direct picture. Yep, that's the guy. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that's
he's
it.
the
John
White
Kirby.
House spokesperson.
Okay, so she's got direct interviews with John Kirby. You have pictures with John Kirby or Pearlmania and Under the Desk News. And Under the Desk News, Pearlmania, both at the same meeting. So a lot of people are trying to put these things together, and they're now thinking Under the Desk News and Pearlmania are being paid out by the government to push an agenda.
Well, it's not a far-fetched thing to believe that, to be honest, because the government has been using a whole lot of influencers because of their massive influence and voice and
It's true.
Not to use the word too many times, but the influence that they have on a lot of people. Like, for example, like Kylie Jenner, like the one thing that she puts out, how many young people follow her, and then they go after that one thing, or that one, say she did a video of, hey, from now on everybody would drink Starbucks because it's so good for you, or whatever. Just like random bullshit, whatever.
Yeah.
She'll do anything, and because of the massive influence that she has, like, or for example, not too long ago we were talking about Taylor Swift and how she could be a government psyop because of her massive influence.
Yeah.
That and her massive following. So it's things like that. Yeah. So it wouldn't be a far-fetched, claim to say that he could be one of those individuals that is being used as a government psyop to push a certain agenda, like you're saying.
Yeah. So that's like the claim, and a lot of people are now jumping on that and like kind of really I feel like Blue Gremlin was the first person to call this out and got a big viewing from it. And then, a couple of people are now just kind of like copy and pasting. So if you look up Pearlmania on TikTok, the first few things you're going to see are Blue Gremlin. Lars is another person, I think. But, a lot of people are just throwing him under the bus and saying he's a Fed. He's being paid. I don't know one way or another. But I like Pearlmania. I like his content. If he's actually being paid, he's going to be like, what was that other politician that everyone liked on TikTok and then voted against?
Jeff Jackson.
Everyone's calling him Jeff Jackson 2.0 now.
Oh, okay.
So if he becomes a Jeff Jackson 2.0, I'll be very hurt. I'll make it through, though.
The other thing was that with all this criticism, he hasn't come out and kind of defended himself.
Yes, that's the other thing. That's what gets me is I follow him, and I've been watching. And after the Blue Gremlin video came out, and he started to be like, oh, what are you doing here? Why are you doing this?
Right.
If you're getting paid, just let us know. Be honest.
Right.
And that was the last things he said, and that was days ago. And after that video hit, like I said, many other people have boom, boom, boom. We're coming out. Boom, boom. He's a Fed. He's paid. He's exposed. And he has not responded. There are claims that he's deleting comments when people are asking, or if someone has like more of a direct question to where he can't just, I don't think he's responded to really any of them at all.
Deleting comments. Okay.
Yeah. But again, I don't know. That's claims in the comment sections, so that could be completely wrong, right? Could be completely wrong. I don't know. I'm just providing things that I'm finding. But I do know he has not made a video on TikTok, and I don't look at his other. I haven't looked at his other. I only follow him on TikTok.
Yeah.
Now I expect somebody called him out on TikTok, he would respond on TikTok.
Right.
Now if he responded on another platform and I missed it, I missed it. Let us know in the comments section if you follow Pearlmania or if Pearlmania. Wow, how that would be amazing. Pearlmania, big fan though.
This guy.
I you know whatever. If you know, just I'm saying.
You see Kev over there? He's shaking his head.
I
Bro,
know.
Stop it. Stop
Listen,
it. You're disappointing him.
if he's getting paid, I'm upset and I can't deal with that. You know what I mean? If he sold out, I can't. But if you didn't, my man, Mexican pizza, remember? We didn't want to eat it in the car. It smelled like Mexican pizza. Come on, you didn't sell out, right? But anyhow.
But anyways, dude.
That's the point.
Yeah.
If he doesn't make a rebuttal, it also doesn't mean he's guilty as well, right? He may not. It's getting a lot of traction, enough to where like videos are getting 150 plus likes, not views, likes.
Right.
150,000 likes.
Yeah.
At some point, I feel like if you're either, I think this is the situation where you're either damned or you do or damned or you don't, right? If you come out and you make a video about it, oh, so you felt like you had to defend yourself because now you have to make a video on it. So you are guilty. If you don't, oh, you couldn't prove yourself as not guilty. You're guilty. So it's kind of like he's kind of a little screwed either way. But I feel like he has such a good mindset and thought process to where if he needs to really be like, look, this is what I was doing here, it would be able to clear the air really quickly. That he's not worries me a little bit. But
so he's currently not coming out and defending any of these claims, and so many people have come out and, like you said, copy and pasting all of this information about him, calling him basically like
a fed,
a two-faced, playing on both
Jeff
sides
Jackson
type of thing.
2.0.
Yeah. And so for him to not, I mean, he jumps on pretty quickly on any type of news and makes a quick little video and everything. But for this, he hasn't. So it's all the more suspicious. Or maybe he just doesn't want to feed in to the whole.
That's another thing. It's a very complicated situation.
Yeah, he's just like, you know what? Let people talk their shit. I'm not gonna buy into this. Maybe, just playing the devil's advocate here. So
he may not be worried about it.
Yeah, that could be
it's not even
his
on
stance
his radar.
on that. Yeah, but still, when you're as big as that on a platform and there's so many videos that are coming out about calling you a potential government psyop or a fed, you gotta at least say something to defend yourself. Maybe, like you said, if he's defending himself on a different platform, we don't necessarily
I don't follow it
all that much. But on this platform, at least on TikTok, he's being called out a lot. So in my opinion, yeah, sure.
I can't imagine the Instagram comments.
Oh yeah, Instagram is
Oh
savage.
my gosh, I've missed out. I have to go look now. I could be missing out on like gold comments, dude. Those ones got to be blocked. He probably doesn't. There's no way he put his comment section on.
You know, the other thing that you just mentioned, the whole he might be potentially deleting people's comments and stuff. That reminded me of the block party thing with celebrities and big time corporations and stuff that people have blocked off, but they're being
unblocked.
They're being unblocked from people's accounts multiple times. And yeah, it is said to be like, allegedly it is said that these big time corporations, like, for just to give an example, like McDonald's or whatever, if someone is blocking McDonald's off of their social media following accounts or whatever, and like another person, like an influencer or whatever, like Kim Kardashian, like if you've blocked Kim Kardashian or whatever, they're going, these people, these corporations, they're going and they're apparently paying to have their accounts unblocked from people who have blocked them. And it's happening like multiple times, apparently.
Yeah, people have had to allegedly block McDonald's multiple times. and
Yeah.
it keeps coming back. And I'm not. Some people are saying like there are other accounts, but I'm like, I don't see how that's a thing. Like, I don't think McDonald's can have multiple verified accounts.
Right.
Like, imagine that too. Like, that would be crazy. But I think what they're saying is the account then comes back up on their feed somehow. And the fact that people could be being unblocked through money is already that really sucks.
Mhm.
To think that's like you do not have an escape. Because the point of the whole block party, which it is working, obviously there was Lizzo, Haley Bailey or Haley Kaylee Bailey Daly, whatever her name is, Let 'Em Eat
Yeah.
Cake Lady.
Yeah.
The multiple other people are coming out and trying to make them look like they're just the really most normal of humans. You know, the most basic individuals who don't have all this millions and millions of dollars trying to, you know, cover their own bases, right? Trying to like draw back on this backlash. Like, hey, stop! Don't block me now. Don't put me in here.
They don't want to lose a following.
Because it's a good amount of money. Like, you know, some of these people making like 6,000 or 6 million views on videos, and it's you know it's a crazy amount of passive income, and
True.
it just shows how it was actually making an effect, and that people are having to reblock mega corporations who have money to burn.
True.
Is just another step, and it's just like, dude, this
Yeah, I mean
that's crazy. So if you guys are blocking people and you're noticing, and you go back and you're just like, hold on, how do I see this? And you have to reblock them. Just know, like, that I don't know how they're doing it. I'm sure it's a blanket. It's a blanket thing. Like, you know, McDonald's is like, here's $2 million. Wipe us off the unblocked list.
Probably.
Like, there's no way they're going like, all right, unblock from Johnny, unblock from Kathy, unblock from Hamal Khanadilikim, unblock. You know, so they're probably not doing that.
Right. It's not, honestly, that's probably right, because, you know, recently, do you know this comedian, Nikki Glazer?
The lady?
Yeah, the lady.
I've heard of her, but I don't think I've watched it.
She was on that recent roast of Tom Brady that just happened. She was on there and she was shredding everybody. So like people like that. She was on a recent podcast and she was talking about how she basically had excess money of like around $1 million that she said, I just had $1 million sitting around that I didn't know what to do with it. So all I did was I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy Taylor Swift tickets to every single concert of hers, and I'm going to go to all of her concerts, wherever it is, worldwide, whatever. So that's how she's planning on spending $1 million. So
wow, what a great idea. What an investment. What a solid plan.
So for celebrities to, you know, being blocked and whatever, like if you don't think that they would spend a little bit of money to not lose a following and to be like, you know what, hey, here's some money, make sure that you unblock me from all of this shit. Yeah, it's definitely something that is up their sleeve that they could be doing when they have that much money that they can just be like, oh, I don't know what to do with $1 million. I just want
tax write off as well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna spend it on Taylor Swift tickets. So yeah, it's that's the kind of like, you know, money that these people really do have. So it's not a far-fetched thing to think about. But another thing that, you know, while we're talking about Pearlmania and how he might be a government psyop or some shit, you know what else that reminded me of? The Minnesota House passing
bills in the dead of night.
Yes.
Yeah, I came across that video of.
Can you have that video ready? I just want to show a little bit of that video really quick. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so we're going to show you this video, and it's of the Minnesota Democrats are passing crazy amount of, what is this, tax increase bills in the middle of the night, which I didn't know was a thing. And this is recent. We're not going to play the whole thing, but I believe you can, yeah. So you'll be able to see, are they able to see it now just up there? Okay. So you can see the date. It's Wednesday, May 15th. So this was like what, almost a week ago.
Yeah, recent.
And they're doing this in the middle of the night, and we'll play a little bit of it, but you can listen to how one-sided this sounds. For one, between the Democrats who are voting, who evidently have power in this voting, to the Republicans who are trying to figure out what is happening. And again, this is in the dead of night. I'm not sure of when we started passing laws overnight.
Happens
But-
all the time.
Happens all the time, I'm hearing now. It's why I can't keep up with this kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because next thing
And-
you know, they're going to start doing it in the third dimension.
Yeah,
And I'm
it's-
not going. I don't have tickets to that. I didn't get that update.
They're gonna be doing it inside the spaceship. They're in the third dimension.
That's why they need railroads on the moon. God
Right.
damn it, they're going to be up there.
So there's a part where the House Speaker, Madam Speaker, is asking for the session to be continued past midnight, and there's a majority of the people that just kept saying like, what? No, and she's just like, okay, continue, like disregarding everyone, and just like it just continues to go on and on. When you play it really quick, but play it like a good quarter in. So when I saw this, bro, this I was like, yo, this is the most like treacherous shit that's happening. How
Move
many
on.
other states are doing this?
Time for reconvening.
Madam Speaker, point of parliamentary inquiry.
Representative Long.
Madam Speaker, I move that when the House adjourns today, it adjourns until 11 a.m. on Friday, May 17th, 2024.
Representative Long moves that when the House adjourns today, it adjourns until 11 a.m. Friday, May 17th, 2024. All those in favor, please say aye. Those opposed, please say no. The motion prevails. Calendar.
This is when it starts to go downhill. Like, this is absolute chaos.
Representative. The next bill on the calendar for the day.
Bro, she just keeps passing the bills. Next bill, next bill.
So this is the kind of things that we're not seeing.
This is democracy?
Yeah, this is live at 11:58 p.m. is just happening, and people are that this is what's happening. This is just the chaos that is ensuing, and I don't even mind talking over that because you can't tell what's going on. Everyone's just yelling division. You can't even hear the bills she's passing, which I mean, none of that. Honestly, the bills she was passing mean something, but just seeing how that played out, crazy.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Like there's a clear understanding on the from both sides that they're like one is in agreement and the other side is not in agreement, but there's
There's so much
blatant
confusion
disregard. Yeah.
and absolute swiftness. They were like, Madam President. She was like, okay, President. And I'm like, whoa, what the did they just say? What is it, an auction house? What are we doing here?
Right.
Bill sold.
Next bill.
I was like, yo, they were moving so fast, and you could tell when they're like, okay, so it's almost midnight. Like I'd want to go home too, but if you can tell by their mannerisms and how fast they're trying to talk and move something along before people can go, oh, shoot, I got to vote no. Oh, it missed. I didn't get to vote. But the next bill, and by the time you realize she's 3 bills down,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what is happening? And this is to happen in this month.
And
this just happened.
Yeah, and even if when people are voting no against it, when there's the video keeps going, and then the it comes out that the majority of the people just kept saying no, and she just kept passing, and just kept saying, bill passed, next bill, bill passed, next bill, and it's just like, so hold on, I thought this was a democracy. I thought we vote on this.
No managed democracy there, I tell you that.
So it just, and so when seeing something like this, it only gets you thinking, dude, how many other states are doing shit like this? How many other states are passing bills in the middle of the night. How many other states are passing bills that are not good for the common folk? Like, look at this, a $700 million tax increase.
Yeah. Don't know who
So-
that's for, but I mean, regardless, like to do it in the dead of night in that fashion already shows I don't like that.
Yeah, I feel like the Democrats are just running this country to the dirt.
To the dirt. Like I don't know one way or another. Like I say,
I mean, the
I don't
Republican-
follow politics that well, and I don't have like a political party I follow.
Uh-huh.
But that I don't like that. I don't know whoever them are, they thems. I don't like them.
Yeah, it just makes you lose hope in a whole lot of
Seriously.
politicians. The way they go about passing laws and bills for the country, dude. I don't have they lose every credibility in my eyes. Like,
Yep, no sympathy.
go ahead.
My opinion
Lay it on us, buddy. There it is.
is that one side is for faster destruction, at
Right.
least for the United States,
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
and the other side is just a slower
Slow burn.
destruction. And like they're the left wing and the right wing is on the same bird.
Ho. Say it's deep. We getting deep with it. Let them know, Kev.
So like
Don't hurt him.
it doesn't matter.
Mm.
Like this is just by design.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think most people don't have time to like keep up with like what's really going on,
Right.
100%.
and again by design. But I think people just need to realize that the 8,000 people, the few families
Mm.
that control the world, like that's the enemy. Like they want to keep us divisive on purpose.
Yes. No,
It's
I
not about.
completely.
It's never been about like
Republican or Democrat.
yeah. It's always been about rich, the super rich and
Everyone
poor.
else.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, and the thing is, like, as much as we would like to say, oh yes, the Republicans are for a smaller government, the Republicans are for for the people, and they are not gonna raise the taxes and all this shit. Republicans are say better than the Democrats. As much as we want to wish for that and hope for that and say that that's true, I personally believe that that isn't true anymore, because recent actions have shown that whether you're a Democrat, whether you're a Republican, you are all on the same boat to make this country go to ruins. And what I mean by that, honestly, is, well, you got to look. I mean, House Speaker currently is Mike Johnson, right? Who is he? He's a GOP. Republican. You're the leader of the Republicans at the moment, right? So, in my opinion, if you're the leader of the Republican, you should be listening to the Republican Party, who is for a smaller government. But then again, then why the hell are you sending so much money and increasing our debt even more, but you're not doing anything for your actual country here? You're doing more for other countries, less for your own country. Mike Johnson is the one that was saying something along the lines of, like, I'm paraphrasing here, not a single more dollar to any foreign country until we fix our border issues. We fix the problems here in our country first.
Now he's on the phone with Netanyahu in the middle of the night.
And
what
then,
you doing?
and that was right before, and that was before the $95 billion bill that was signed. That was what, $60 billion to Ukraine, and then 25 to Israel, and 10 to Taiwan. And who was it that passed that? Who was it that proposed it and passed it? It was Mike Johnson, Republican. And majority of the Republican Party were the ones that were all for it as well. They were all backing Mike Johnson. And they were like, yeah, do it. There was a very few amount of people and very few politicians that were super against it. I think Marjorie Greene Taylor was one of the... Marjorie Taylor Greene is one of the people that were like, no, absolutely not. And but they all have, at the end of the day, no matter what each of them say, at the end of the day, they all have this underlying same agenda, in my opinion. There's a common denominator with all of them, whether you're a Republican, a Democrat, or as RFK is running now, an independent runner. There's always this underlying common denominator for all of them that they have to all agree on. And that underlying common denominator is not good for the American people. It does not stand on the principles that our founding fathers founded this country on and ran the country on. It's all based off of basically foreign appeasement.
Yeah, no, you can see that definitely from the amount of money we've sent and efforts we've put towards other countries. You can clear as day see the appeasement value.
It's just, bro. I mean, how much more can you like run this country to ruins when you are allowing a foreign nation to make laws for your country? It's just that just goes to show you. And Republicans should be the ones standing up for some shit like that, right? They're not. They're advocating for that too, because they all are, like I said, they all have this underlying common denominator that they all have to follow with, because they're all bought and paid for. It's like that one dude Vivek Ramaswamy said, they're all bought and paid for, and it's a swamp, and the swamp needs to be drained out, period. And we need to get rid of these old decrepit ass piece of shits that have cemented their positions in the government, and they're just not leaving, and they're ruining the livelihoods of everyone else as well. Nancy Pelosi, all the other shits, Mitch McConnell, they all gotta go. They all gotta go. And the younger ones, like Tom Cotton, he's like younger or whatever. This dude,
He got to go early?
he gotta go early.
Oh, damn. He not even going to see 55. My man ain't even going to see the potential of retirement.
He's gotta go early.
That last name should tell you all you need to know.
What's his last name again?
Cotton.
Race?
White.
Ah, man. Pure as cotton, you'd say.
Yeah.
Never picked it, though.
Yeah. It's like, as much as we wanna continue talking about all of this and the corruption within our own country and
going
with
for
our
days.
politician. I mean, we could talk about it for days, and
We'd be
could
like
go
them,
on and on.
11:58
And my voice is gonna
PM.
Yeah, exactly. We'd be over there.
Madam Speaker! Madam!
We'd be over there midnight. Kev over there just like, say division.
Order. Order. Throwing Zin packs. Order. Order.
Oh man. Anyways, so but yeah, these are some of the things that are kind of, I guess, interesting stuff that we came across that we wanted to kind of talk about and touch on. With Pearlmania, I honestly didn't expect some of this like backlash, and didn't expect some of these like alleged news that was coming out
Yeah,
against
I didn't
him.
think he was going to be a
wasn't
part of the
expecting.
block party. That's kind of wild.
Yeah, wild. So I thought it was something that we could touch on, because he's pretty big and he's got a pretty big following, and yeah, and then this
Minnesota just
Minnesota shit,
absolutely
bro.
wild off the
is
rails.
just off the rails. So with all that, guys have anything else that you guys want to touch on?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys find any other videos that are similar, let us know in the comment section to like the Minnesota. Anything you have that's maybe we didn't touch on, or that you
Right.
know of about Pearlmania, the block party, or any other states that are doing crazy maneuvers like this, let us know in the comment section below. Let us know your thoughts and opinions on it as well.
Yep. And with all that being said, follow us on Spotify for a great commute listen if you can, for whatever reason. Watch our videos on YouTube. And we'll see you guys next time.
See you.